completed more than 6 decades of his practice. His medication least, but the usual logic, to give mountain of confidence, which is obscure, not in words, but in the results of when he gets. What is remarkable about him is that despite his own inconvenience of or ill health, he attended the patients with his own alacrity and never evaded them as many would do nowadays. So such was the interest of Dr. Ramaiah in attending the patients. Which is knowledge and regard for healing, he was humble and mild-mannered. He created a goodwill among the patients who looked to him not as a mere doctor, but as a guru and a guide. His course in is ready accessibility over the telephone responsive personality. His patience was monumental in listening to the particulars of the elements and with quick grasp, and he prescribed with effortless ease and a sure touch. Drawn into the freedom struggle, 1942 Quit India movement, Ramaiah, a graduate in botany, zoology and chemistry from Andhra University. He gave up postgraduate studies while he was a student in PR College, Kakinada during 1938 and 42. AP government used to administer homeopathic medicines, citing young Ramaiah not in good spirits. A result of abdominal pain, he gave some pills which sent him saturate. Curiously and the quest for knowledge made him read homeopathic books. It was his own study and application that infused interest in him to take up this school of medicine. And at first, just a hobby, and then as a service. For the text which is given according to one's capacity, as the renowned Dr. Swamy Mudaliyar Madras used to do. Dr. Ramaiah's chief mentor in homeopathy was Dr. N.M. Jayasuriya, son of the great Nightingale of India, Mr. Sarojini Naidu, poetess and patriot and politician, and Dr. Jayasuriya, who was the actual founder of our association, the then association, Andhra Pradesh Homeopathic Association. Now it is our Homeopathic Medical Association of Telangana. It was founded by Dr. N.M. Jayasuriya in those days, 60 years back. He conducted homeopathy courses for lay enthusiasts under Jayasuriya guidance. And took many classes of homeopathy in hundreds who sought to get qualified by appearing for recognized examinations. He was the author of a good number of papers which were read high. He was advisor to Andhra Pradesh government in homeopathy, president Indian Homeopathic Organization, AP branch of Homeopathic Medical Association of India, AP Medical Council Registered Practitioners Association, Hyderabad, and ex-deputy president, South Zone Medical Association of India. He was the chief editor of Indian Journal of Homeopathic Association in Calcutta, Kanpur, and Trivandrum, and several service clubs. His popularity can be judged by the dedication of books to him by eminent authors as token of recognition of the service rendered by him to homeopathy. He has been consultant to some public sector undertakings also. Late Dr. N. Ramchandra, who was the disciple of Ramaiah, was sponsoring his Oration. Your patient hearing, and thank you.
Good evening to the President, Dr. Gopal Krishna Garu, our Secretary Durga Prasad Rao Garu, our guest of honor, Additional Director and Commissioner AYUSH Linga Raju Garu. A warm welcome to all the delegates here this evening. It's one of those months when we celebrate the life and memory of Dr. N. Ramaiah, one of the most senior homeopaths the state of Telangana had produced, and who was also keen and instrumental in various developmental activities as far as homeopathy is concerned. Here we have an interesting tribute to the founder of our system of medicine, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, and no less than one of the better known homeopathic physicians of this state at this point of time, Dr. C.V. Swamy Garu, to dwell on the integrity and professional honesty of the founder of our system of medicine, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. Dr. C.V. Swamy, a veteran homeopath, we can say, though he's young at heart, has experience of over 39 years. And he's completed his MBS in homeopathy. At that point of time, our graduate degree was called MBS in 1984. And ever since he's been in practice. And it was only till late 1990s that the course of post-graduation in homeopathy was introduced in our country. And in one of the first couple of batches, when there were only few, almost in the number of tens in all over the country that we had MD seats, our distinguished speaker this evening, who had by that time over 20 years of professional experience, still made it a point to join that course and complete his post-graduation degree in homeopathy MD at that point of time in 2004. And he's not just a gentleman with a clinical acumen, but also a person who is keen about progressing in academic excellence, always in tune with time. Sorry about that. Dr. C.V. Swamy has a special interest in treatment of psychosomatic disorders, mental disorders, allergies, autoimmune disorders, cardiovascular disorders, malignancies, etc. He's also our specialty homeopathic charitable physician at our Modi's Charitable Clinic and Specialty Clinic for the treatment of cardiovascular diseases. And Dr. C.V. Swamy has presented various papers successfully at various fora, national and internationally, on the areas of psychiatry, stress, cardiovascular disorders, and they're addressing the issues with homeopathic management. And he's been our contributor of articles to Medicina Futura Homeopathica regularly. And he also contributes to the monthly daily Homeo Daily. And let us also give him a tribute that he's been worked in various capacities at our association. He's been the vice president for a few number of times at our association, taking care of the activities here. And as of now, he's our technical advisor, who is in charge of the situation here. I welcome you, Dr. C.V. Swamy, sir, to please take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Venu, for your kind words. Good evening, friends. Respected President, Dr. Gopal Krishna Garu, Guest of the Honor, Additional Director and Principal of the College, J.S.P.S. College, Dr. Linga Garu, General Secretary, my friend Dr. Durga Prasad Garu, all the governing council members of the organization HMAT, practitioners, PGs and UGs, and the press. In fact, I am very grateful to all of you for giving this opportunity to remember great masters of our system. Our founder, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, Dr. Ramaiah, as well as Dr. K.G.K. Sastry. Dr. Ramaiah was also my guru, and Dr. K.G.K. Sastry was also my teacher. And it gives me immense pleasure on this occasion to allow me to participate. Sir, I feel we are all, in fact, honored by remembering the great soul and legend in the field of medicine on this auspicious occasion of our beloved master, Samuel Christian Frederick Hahnemann birth anniversary. Because of whose enlightened soul service, we as professionals suffering humanity, the profession which is considered to be the sacred of all human occupations, Vaidyo Narayano Hari. We know many scientists contributed to the growth of medical sciences. Each individual scientist might have done some work in one or two areas of the vast medical field and introduced some theory or doctrine or technique. But Hahnemann was the sole cause of an entirely revolutionary holistic medical system, the homeopathic system, who found the basic law of cure, formulated related doctrines, agglomerated around the immutable basic law, which led to the formation of the complete medical system. Then did all the groundwork for the application of principles and doctrines, that is, technicalities of drug proving, leading to materia medica pura, pharmaceutical procedures, art of case taking, perfecting the system from time to time, and publishing the organon in 5 editions during his lifetime. It is really a gigantic task, which I can confidently say that no scientist could do such a wonderful job in the entire history of science in general and history of medicine in particular. At the outset, let us know briefly about Hahnemann's personality or his life philosophy instead of his biography, because all of know very well about his biography and we can read in our books. The most striking feature, the homeopathic principle as a law of therapeutics is an immutable law of nature and is altogether independent of any individual. But the homeopathic system or the doctrines or the technicalities that have been agglomerated around that principle being the impress of the personality of its author or the master. That's why we need to know a bit of his personality, character, his nature, or the life philosophy. The most striking feature of Hahnemann's mental makeup was indomitable perseverance. In following out the line of conduct he believed to be the true one, notwithstanding every difficulty and discouragement. This perseverance was conspicuous in the means he adopted of pursuing his studies in schooling and in the Great School of Medical School of Vienna by giving tuitions to students and translating books. As further proof of this iron perseverance, we can remember his undeviating efforts to follow up the truth he discovered and to perfect the system he originated, undeterred by one instant by hard necessity of poverty or by the sneers and prosecutors to which he was subjected from the very commencement of career, and which increased in intensity as he developed his peculiar and novel doctrines, had not the slightest effect in making him relax in the least degree from his endeavors with the large increasing family to provide for. This system of persecutions must have been the most painful and annoying to his feelings. And the second character or the trait what we find is introvert. He became introverted because of some circumstances. Dr. Grass, who was one of his industrious disciples and enjoyed his most perfect intimacy, having lost a child, wrote in sorrow of bereaved parent to Hahnemann and said that his loss had taught him that homeopathy did not suffice in every case. This gave great offense to Hahnemann, who never forgave Grass for this remark and never afterwards restored him to his favor. Dr. Dudgeon was of opinion that it would have been greatly contributed to more general adoption of homeopathy had Hahnemann been more man of the world and had taken into confidence some of those followers who were distinguished for their independence of thought and proficiency in the medical sciences. Even in these modern days, we sometimes exhibit the same attitude towards the other systems of medicine. Instead of utilizing their services of modern techniques of investigations and specialized profound services in proving the efficacy of our system by showing results to them, I think it is the high time that such attitude should be changed for the further improvement and general adoption of the system by the scientific community. But I think if he was a man of the world, it would not be possible to complete such a gigantic task in order to formulate the complete system of medicine. He had least attachment with his friends, followers, society, scientific or family. All the mission he had in his mind was to present the true rational system of medicine to people in perfect state. He was least bothered about consequences of speaking the truth, however bitter it may be to the society. He thought that a true scientist must be dare enough to be wise in order to complete the work. Another quality of the Hahnemann's personality, conscientiousness, is strikingly displayed in abandoning the lucrative practice of medicine when his faith was shaken. Instead, he undertook the translation of books to support his family. This trait is also shown in his refusal to adopt any mode of avoiding persecutions. Still more strikingly, we can see the trait when he started proving drugs on himself and followers once he found that the toxicological collections and observed old records of properties of medicine was insufficient and unreliable to use on these lines of similars. He knows very well that unknown substances might have effects on his body and alter the constitution and shorten the life, but he never shrinks from what he considered a sacred duty, a gigantic task from which any ordinary mind would have recoiled in dismay. The 10 volumes of proving he left us are monumental, eternal monument to his unlimited energy, gross perseverance, conscientiousness, and self-sacrifice. When he says we have to do with an art whose end is the saving of human life, any neglect to make ourselves thoroughly masters of it becomes a crime. So that was his nature, true nature. And we may form some idea of Hahnemann's industry when we consider that he proved 90 different medicines, wrote about 70 works on chemistry and medicine, and translated about 24 works from the English, French, Italian, Latin, chemistry, medicine, agriculture, and general literature, many of which were in more than one volume. Besides that, he attended to the duties of large practice, corresponding and consulting. He was an accomplished scholar, pathologist, and that he had more than superficial acquaintance with botany, astronomy, meteorology, and geography. We are but acknowledge that his industry and working powers were marvelous. And another quality we can infer is his generosity. His goodness of heart and generosity appear on various occasions. He used to forgive even his enemies who harmed him once they recognized their mistake. His enemies were accused of his avarice, founding the charge that he demanded a high fee. No doubt, he was taught the value of money by cruel instances. He was economical and saving. More especially, he had a large family. If he took a large fee, he did so both because he had very high dignity of his profession and he very well knew the value of his service to his patients. To the poor, he was liberal in giving free benefit out of his consultation hours. And another quality, what we observe in very rarely in people is creativeness. He was both creative and genius. Many creative people were of ordinary or below ordinary intelligence. And many intelligent people are straight thinking, but not creative. He was both creative as well as intelligent. His cognizance was blend of creativeness and genius. It was told that Sir Isaac Newton was a dull boy till his schooling. He failed several times in the school also. But he was creative and came out with a new theory in the field of physical sciences, theory of gravity and Newton laws, because of his creativeness. But our Hahnemann is both creative as well as intelligent. And another quality what we can find is spirituality. As to his religious principles, he believed in the ruling providence of all good and bountiful God. And he held that every man was found to his utmost to benefit, each was endowed. He traced every good thing to the hand of Almighty and beneficent God, to whom he always gave all the glory for all the good he could give to the mankind and denied to himself any merit for what he had done. While writing to staffs in 1816, be as sparing as possible with your praises. I do not like them. I feel that I am only an honest, straightforward man who does no more than his duty. Again, in his famous letter to Hooflands, he wrote, if experience should show you that my method is the best, then make use of it for the benefit of humanity and give God the glory. Physician who enters on the spirit becomes directly assimilated to the divine creator of the world, whose human creatures he helps to preserve and whose approval renders him thrice blessed. So these are the views of Hahnemann as far as the spirituality is concerned. Then, what is the role of present homeopathic fraternity in paying real tribute to Hahnemann? True homage or tributes lies in the fact that we take the system into the grassroots levels, into the masses, and to see that the great art of healing reaches to the humanity to the extent of possible. Carrying out the principles and concepts, applying to the present condition or the situation. Basic principles and fundamentals are to be kept in intact, not to deviate, while application methods to the present situation or state should be refined and updated. We have an unlimited scope and potential in dealing with the present and future trends in the disease. We know disease trends are changing very rapidly from time to time. Few decades back, we used to think that we conquered all the infectious disorders, almost prevented many viral disorders, as well as have a cure or for many bacterial diseases. After the advent of antibiotics, we were very confident. Of late, what is happening, we are all witnessing a simple viral infection. We are unable to deal efficiently and losing millions of people every year. And the virus is changing its shape. Many variants are coming within a few weeks or months. And every time an epidemic appears in the society, its shape is changing, name is the same. And it is very tough for the modern system of medicine to find out a single molecule to kill or to slow down the virus. It takes very long time and it takes billions of dollars. Then the role falls on us. It is our role and our duty to utilize the golden mine of homeopathy. We have plenty of well-proven instruments blessed by Hahnemann. We need not do research for a new drug. The only thing is, as the epidemic or endemic spreads in the society, no sooner it is taken into the cognizance even by the medical society, we can find a genus epidemicus if we can evolve the proper research methodology to find the genus epidemicus. So we must take the advantage and serve the society and see that our system reaches the public. Unless public demands, we can't expect any government to do anything great for the system. The system survives because of its intrinsic worth and its utility to the masses. So that onus lies on all of us. And it is necessary for students, UGs and PGs to get clarity of fundamental concepts in homeopathy. It is very important. Unless we are rooted well, any new theories, any wavering speculations can make you deviate from the fundamentals. And we will not have any clarity in application in our clinics. Try to get the clarity of concepts very well from your teachers, as well as by going to the senior doctors who have plenty of experience, who can share their wisdom with you. And also, I make a humble request to all the seniors to allow juniors for some time in the clinic and to give the practical orientation towards the patient, practical interpretation of symptoms and translation of patient language to the medical and repertory language. It is not just enough by reading books and getting out of the institutions. It is necessary to have a practical training with the seniors who used to face a lot of difficulty in our student days. No seniors used to allow us to sit in their clinics. Now it is not the scene. I think many senior people are open-minded to allow them. And also it is equally an opportunity for seniors to learn from juniors, refresh their knowledge and update their knowledge of modern technological concepts. So that will help us a lot to go confidently into the society and serve them. We must utilize the interdisciplinary approach in order to prove the efficacy and scientificity of the homeopathic drugs and medicines and standardization of drugs. Of course, in application of principles, there should be some flexibility while adhering to basics and fundamentals. We need to rise to the occasion in evolving protocols to prevent, cure the present and future viral diseases and their complications like COVID or some other infections. It is better to evolve protocols in dealing with the diseases along with the easy prescribing techniques. All the prescribing techniques and methods should be accepted and appreciated. There are various approaches and methods in treating the patients. Various types of approaches in prescription. We don't need to deny any kind of approach. For example, prescribing a single remedy basing on the constitutional totality and waiting for 3 months or 6 months. There are people who prescribe just basing on the causation. There are people who take clue from the pathology and prescribe them. There are people making on 2 or 3 symptoms of keynotes. They are making wonderful prescriptions. There are people who arrive at certain drugs basing on organ remedies, organ pathologies. No method is less, no method is more. Every method, every technique of prescription must be learned by us. The only thing is, we should know which method is applicable to which kind of case. Once we understand the class of the disease as per the Hahnemann classification of diseases, we can make the approach, which kind of approach and which kind of prescription is useful. And there are people who comment that the person who prescribes mother tinctures and titrations is no homeopathy. There are people who limit their prescription only up to 30 potency. There are people who prescribe only about NM potency. And everybody is getting results. That is the beauty of homeopathy. We should know which method is applicable in which type of case. The upcoming doctor should get experience in every type of prescription and approach. And also all other methods like isopathy, bowel nosodes, back flower remedies, all the instruments must be utilized at their proper places. And apart from the prescription, we should be well aware of lifestyle disorders. Oh, not only prescription, but where lifestyles are to be corrected. In that connection, our naturopathic methods and yoga methods will go a long way. Better we get acquainted with them. So, all the methods must be utilized in our clinical setup. And also we need a good hospital facility with a casualty and intensive care in order to evolve proper protocols to deal with every kind of chronic as well as acute situations. And in emergencies, in order to conduct evidence-based medical system research in vivo and in vitro, where the upcoming doctors can become familiar with each and every method and can go confidently into the public and reaching out to the entire society. We strongly feel that this is a real tribute to our master, Dr. Hahnemann, by following his fundamentals and fixed principles truthfully, honestly, and adapting ourselves to the present situation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon President of our association, General Secretary, Treasurer of our association, and Guest of Honor, Dr. Linga Raju, sir, to please present a memento to our speaker, Dr. C.V. Swamy, sir.
Hello, sorry for disturbance. I request our Vice President, Dr. Rajeshwari Madam, to give concluding remarks about this lecture presented by Dr. C.V. Swamy. Yes, Madam, just 2 minutes. Sir.
ये चल रहा है. Good evening, one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, doctors. Extremely thanking Dr. C.V. Swamy to put light on Dr. Hahnemann's qualities. And indeed, we remember our master today on his celebrating his birth anniversary, and our gurus, Dr. Ramaiah and K.G.K. Sastry sir. Apart from what Dr. C.V. Swamy has said, very rightly, the principles of practice of homeopathy, what Dr. Hahnemann sir has preached, and in his organon, should be taken word by word, because every little thing what is written in his book is really applicable, and try to put it in our practice. Especially this is a message to the students and outcoming doctors. It is very helpful if you especially read his book on chronic diseases, which has put a light on psoriatic remedies and syphilitic remedies and all the miasmatic remedies. Apart from this, I think this lecture was very crisp and perfect, and it was completed in a very short time, which I think made it very interesting and enlightening. Thank you.
Overall, it means the homeopathic principles enunciated by Dr. Hahnemann long back, which are carried till today and being carried to younger generations also. Our professional honesty means the present generation and the future generations, how they go with the principles of Hahnemann and in practicing homeopathy. There may be little bit deviations in the approachment of some of the theories, but main principles remains as it is. So the professional remains, honesty remains the real tribute to Dr. Hahnemann. Thank you, Dr. C.V. Swamy. And, we acknowledge the presence of the family members of Dr. K.G.K. Sastry Garu, today the Mallikarjun Shastri Garu, Dr. K.G.K. Shastri's beloved brother, and his brother-in-law Prasad Garu, and I request them to come forward and just please be seated here, sir. Please come. And also other family members, Dr. Ashwini, MD in homeopathy, and Ashwini madam's husband. All these have attended today's program, paying as we are paying tributes to our beloved Dr. K.G.K. Shastri Garu. Thank you, sir. Come forward. Now, I request our guest of honor, Dr. Lingaraj Garu, and our president, Dr. Gopal Krishna Garu, and other members to pay floral tributes to our beloved Dr. Hahnemann, Dr. K.G.K. Shastri Garu, and Dr. Ramaiah Garu. Sir, please come. Swamy. శాస్త్రి గారు రండి, రాగలుగుతారా? అక్కడ అక్కడ I request the guests to pay tributes to K.G.K. Shastri Garu and Dr. N. Ramaiah Garu. అక్కడ పర్సనం అటు పోయి తీసుకో, పర్సనం పర్సనం అటు పోయి తీసుకో. Now, I request our President, Dr. K. Gopal Krishna Garu, just to give brief history of Dr. K.G.K. Shastri.
Yeah, I feel honored to say a few words about Dr. K.G.K. Sastry Garu, our Guru. Dr. Kuruganti Gopala Krishna Sastry, popularly known as K.G.K. in general public, was born on 21st April 1936. He was an eminent academician with a professional experience of 55 years, an alumnus of Dr. Guru Raju Government Homeopathic Medical College, Gudivada, where he later went on to become the principal. He trained students of various homeopathic medical colleges on par with the standards of modern allopathic medical colleges. He first joined as a professor of medicine in Dr. Jayasuriya Government Homeopathic Medical College, Hyderabad, and later retired as the principal of the same college. He assumed various other posts in his professional career, namely Project Director in Regional Research Institute, CCRH, Gudivada, and Scientific Advisory Committee member, CCRH. His outstanding knowledge in modern medicine astonished many modern medical practitioners to an extent that they themselves were his patients and used to take his opinion regarding the treatment of their patients. His level of commitment and interest towards homeopathy was astonishing, which motivated his followers and students alike. One such proof of his interest is he did his MD in homeopathy after his retirement at the age of 59 as a regular student. This motivation led many of his students to pursue higher education, and they obtained MD, PhD in homeopathy and became accomplished academicians. Many of his students are professors, scientists in various homeopathic medical colleges and scientific organizations across the country. He was associated with legendary homeopaths such as Dr. Nagabhushanam, Dr. G.L.N. Sastry, Dr. K.G. Saxena, Dr. Diwan Harishchan, and Dr. Jugal Kishore, and Dr. Sheikh, Dr. V.K. Gupta ji. Apart from the above professional achievements, he was also a magnanimous person, a philanthropist, and a humanitarian. He used to donate much to various voluntary organizations. His magnanimity was such that he used to give personal attention to all his colleagues, students, by providing them great hospitality, such as food, stay in his vicinity. His humanitarian approach towards mankind and patient is unparalleled. His demise is indeed a great loss to the homeopathic fraternity and to all his followers and students in general, and to humanity and patients in particular. He is survived by his adopted daughter, a doctor, wife, aged about 76 years, ailing for some time, and a younger brother. So, apart from this, to his credit, he wrote a book in Telugu about homeopathy, and he used to regularly publish articles in Telugu Weekly magazine. So incidentally, he was our teacher. He used to teach us medicine. So when he was our examiner, so then the external examiners were principals or professors from Usmani Medical College. So in our final year, our external examiner was Dr. Habibullah, gastroenterologist for medicine. So like that, only eminent people from allopathic colleges used to come as examiners to homeopathic college. So it was all because of the great respect they had towards Dr. K.G.K. Sastry and homeopathy. K.G.K. Sastry and homeopathy. So that was the stature of Dr. K.G.K. Sastry as a homeopath. So we used to, when we were in OP with Dr. K.G.K. Sastry, we used to see innumerable number of cases referred from Usmani Hospital to Malakpet Hospital.
on this.
This is not exaggeration, a reality I am telling. Many skin cases, many arthritis cases, osteoarthritis, skin, and few neurological conditions. Exclusively, they used to send for Dr. K.G.K. Sastri's observation or help or reference. So that was the credibility, respect he used to command amongst the profession. So we once again pay our heartfelt tributes to Dr. K.G.K. Sastry. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. In addition to this, I can say the wizard of medicine, Dr. K.G.K. Sastry, the medicine mantrikudu. Sir used to say medicine equal to, on par, equal to the qualified MD allopathic doctors. When we were attending the peripheral postings at other hospitals like Usmania, Gandhi, and sir was accompanying us, and they requested sir to take the classes to our medicos as well as the allopathic house surgeons and our allopathic medicos also. That was the greatness of K.G.K. Sastry and praised by all the other systems of medicine also. Thank you, sir. And now the important thing is the today's important program, the Memorial Award presentation, PANDITRAO PALNITKAR Memorial Award presentation, sponsored by Radha PALNITKAR Medical Education Society, Hyderabad. And here we are witnessing the distinguished guest from Radha Medical Education Society, Srimati Mangala PALNITKAR Garu. And thank you, madam, for your generous contribution of 1 lakh rupees corpus fund against the merit award for the topper of the BHMS final year candidate from J.S.P.S college. That was the special interest they took for the award. And today we also witnessed the winner of the award, Dr. Jhansi Rani, BHMS internee. Now just here, she is present here. And thank you for your presence to receive our token of award. And now I request our guest of honor, Professor Linga Garu, to come on to the dais, and our president, Dr. K. Gopal Krishna Garu, and the member of the Radha Memorial PALNITKAR Memorial Trust, Srimati Mangala PALNITKAR Garu, to please come on to the dais to witness the ceremony and award the prize.
Yeah.
Dr. Jhansi Rani, pursuing her internship in J.S.P.S Government Homeopathic Medical College. She is the daughter of late Sri Gone Rajeshwari Garu and Ganga Mani Garu. She did her schooling in Korutla of Karimnagar district, passed with 9.7 GPA, completed her intermediate in AYUSH College, Karimnagar with 98% and secured admission in J.S.P.S Government College through NEET. In all the 4 years of her education in BHMS, she secured top marks and first division. Apart from the curricular activities, she is a dancer with 8 years of experience in classical dance of Andhra Natyam and performed almost 50 stage performances. Singing is one of her hobbies. She also has passion about arts and photography. Now I call upon Dr. Jhansi Rani to receive her award.
Yes. Welcome, Jhansi Rani, the Queen of Merit. The name itself, Jhansi Rani, indicates that Rani itself is the Queen of Merits and Queen of Award. And I request our Professor, guest of honor, Professor Dr. Linga Garu, to. This is the cash award from Radhabai Medical Education Society, 5,000 rupees cash award. And in addition to that, on behalf of HMAT, we are giving this memento on her appreciation. So please hand over the memento and cash award of 5,000 rupees. Thank you, sir. I wish her all the best in all her future endeavors. And now I request Jhansi Rani just to express her feelings about receiving this award. Jhansi, yes. I requested Jhansi Rani to express her feelings about receiving this cash award, just as a token of thanks.
Good evening, one and all. Honorable dignitaries అందరికి good evening. ఇట్లా మెరిట్ ఇచ్చి మమ్మల్ని ప్రోత్సహిస్తున్నందుకు so much thanks for all those. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Now I request the guest of honor and president of our association to hand over the memento to our speaker, Dr. C.V. Swamy. Poonam ji. You can just you can join them. Poonam ji, join. Now it is the time to honor our distinguished guest and the sponsor of this cash merit award, Srimati Mangala PALNITKAR garu, on behalf of Radhabai PALNITKAR Medical Education Society. I request the dignitaries to hand over the memento to Mangala PALNITKAR garu. I request Mangala ji just to express her feelings towards about this event.
मंच पर रहे डिग्निटरीज एंड ऑल ऑफ यू, मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लग रहा। झांसी रानी को अवार्ड मिला और उन्होंने अच्छा पढ़ाई और एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटी में भी उसका सहभाग है, तो उसके अवार्ड के लिए मेरे को बहुत खुशी हो गई। हमारे तरफ से ये हर साल दिया जाएगा, तो थैंक यू।
Thank you, madam, for expressing your gratitude and also your contribution for every year topper of the J.S.P.S college. Thank you so much. And now I request our guest of honor, Professor Dr. Linga Garu, to address the gathering. Few words.
Good evening, all of you. Good evening, all of you. Respected dignitaries and the dais. Anna Gopal Krishna Garu and the Secretary Durga Prasad Garu and the Treasurer Gouri Garu and other respected members of this HMAT. Mangal. Okay. Especially today, the award announced by the Mangala Pandit Garu. And this event, I came to this event for specially distributing the award, which is announced by the Mangala Pandit Garu. That is my student, Jhansi Rani. So I am very proud of our Jhansi Rani. So just now she told, and just I reviewed his a career, because I have seen so many students in my college. Out of 750 students and 150 internees, 90 PGs, I cannot concentrate in a single person. Even though 2 days back, some other problem she faced. And that problem just now she is asked me for that, because of paying a fee, that I am, for that 50% I am giving concession to her, so that my intent is to encourage the persons who are coming from low economic background, and to have to encourage for further studies also. And regarding this HMAT, the HMAT is conducting this type of orations. I am also encouraging for that, because they are developing our system, not only the developing the system, to update the knowledge of homeopathic system to the practitioners, teachers, and the students. Because of the last time, this HMAT President and General Secretary asked me to post the internees in our OP block. So immediately I given order to my authorities to post even next day only I posted the internees. And regarding another thing is to post the PGs. So definitely I promised them, but the thing is that during the admission time, one batch is already gone out, and another batch admissions is going on. And with a single batch, it is very difficult to manage the 100-bedded hospital. So that now 3 batches are already filled. From next month onwards, I will post the PGs also here. And another thing regarding the funds. definitely not only this Telangana government, even previous in combined state of Andhra Pradesh, I was the additional director at the time also. The same funds, raising of funds to the charity dispensary. But the GO is there. But between that, some renewal is not done. So that the government is forgotten that one. Same thing, present president, the general secretary, I'm requesting to you attach with the previous GO and give another one application for the renewal of the funds. So definitely we will enhance the funds and we will try to get the funds from the government. That is things. So regarding that, today's program, our CV Venkata Swamy garu, ఆయన oration program ఇవాళ కండక్ట్ చేశారు. రియల్ ట్రిబ్యూటీస్ టు హనీమన్ అనేటువంటి టాపిక్ పైన ఆయన చెప్పాడు. ఇవాళ 268వ బర్త్డే సందర్భంగా మనం ఇక్కడ ఒక ఓరియేషన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ మనం అదే విధంగా ట్రిబ్యూటీస్ టు డాక్టర్ K.G.K శాస్త్రి అండ్ అవర్ ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ హ్యానిమన్ ట్రిబ్యూటీస్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తాం. రియల్ ట్రిబ్యూటీస్ అనేటువంటిదంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫాలో ది ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ఆఫ్ హ్యానిమన్. ఆయన దగ్గర ఉన్న సారాంశం ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు చెప్పింది, మనం ఎన్నో చేస్తున్నాం, ఎన్నో కాదు చేస్తున్నాం. ఆయనకు రియల్ ట్రిబ్యూటరీస్ ఎప్పుడు ఇస్తామంటే ఆయన ప్రిన్సిపల్స్, ఆయన గైడ్ లైన్స్, ఆయన 5th and 6th ఎఫారిజమ్స్లో ఏం రాశారో దాన్ని క్షుణ్ణంగా రెన్యువల్ చేసుకొని చదువుకొని దాన్ని అప్డేట్ చేసుకోవడం వల్లనే ఆయనకు మనం రియల్గా ట్రిబ్యూటీస్ శ్రద్ధాంజలి ఘటించినట్టు అనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఆయన ఇవాళ మాట్లాడడం జరిగింది. సో ఈ సందర్భంగా నేను అనేది ఏంటంటే, దీస్ ఆర్ అండర్ కమ్స్ ఆర్గనన్ ఆఫ్ మెడిసిన్. లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ అంటే నాట్ ఈవెన్ 1 year నాట్ కంప్లీటెడ్, అవర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ HOD అండ్ ఆర్గనన్ ఆఫ్ మెడిసిన్ HOD డాక్టర్ అరుణ, ఆమె మన ముందు ఇప్పుడు లేరు. ఆమె సర్వీస్లో ఉన్నప్పుడే డెత్ అయ్యారు కాబట్టి ఆమె మెమోరియల్ పర్పస్గా నేను ఒకటి ఆర్గనన్ ఆఫ్ మెడిసిన్ ఒక మ్యూజియం చేయాలని చెప్పేసి నా ఉద్దేశంగా కాలేజీలో కండక్ట్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాము. దాంట్లో ఒక మ్యూజియంలో పయనీర్స్ ఆఫ్ హోమియోపతి, స్టాల్వర్డ్స్ ఆఫ్ హోమియోపతి వాళ్ళందరి ఒక ఫొటోస్ పెట్టి హ్యానిమన్ రాసినటువంటి ఆర్గనన్ ఆఫ్ మెడిసిన్లో ఒక రివ్యూ చేద్దాం. ఆయన ఏ విధంగా మనకు ప్రజెంటేషన్ చేసిండు, ఆ లెక్చర్స్ ఎట్లా ఉన్నాయి, ఆ లెక్చర్స్ రిన్యూ చేస్తే మనకి ఇంకా డెప్త్ పోతే సివి స్వామి గారు అన్నట్టు మనకేమైనా పాయింట్స్ దొరుకుతావా, మన ప్రిస్క్రిప్షన్లు అవి హెల్ప్ అవుతావా, లేకుంటే మన ఏ విధంగా అయితే ఇప్పుడు ఫార్మసీ ఉందో, ఫార్మసీలో ప్రిపరేషన్ ఆఫ్ మెడిసిన్స్లో పొటెన్సీస్లో మనం ఏ విధంగా అయితే హ్యానిమన్ గారు చెప్పారో దాన్ని మనం అప్గ్రేడ్ చేసుకొని ఇంకా ఒక మైన్యూట్ ఫామ్లో డిస్కషన్ చేసి దాని మీద మళ్ళా ఒక కొత్త ఆర్గనన్ ఆఫ్ మెడిసిన్ మనం రాసేటటువంటి ఒక ఆలోచన నాకు ఉంది. కాబట్టి దాని కొరకు ఫండ్స్ కావాలంటే మన ప్రవీణ్ గారు వాళ్ళ భర్త ప్రవీణ్ గారిని కూడా నేను అప్రోచ్ అయ్యాను. బాబు, మేడం గారు 2 years నుంచి మేము లీవ్ శాంక్షన్ చేయలేదు, ఆమె డ్యూ టు హెల్త్ కాలేజ్కి రాలేదు, ఆ లీవ్స్ నేను శాంక్షన్ చేస్తాను. దాంట్లో వచ్చినటువంటి అమౌంట్ తర్వాత GPF అమౌంట్ ఇంకా కాలేజీలో ఉంది, దాంట్లో కొంతవరకు మేము ఖర్చు పెట్టుకొని ఒక ఆర్గనన్ ఆఫ్ మెడిసిన్ ఒక మ్యూజియం తయారు చేసి ఆ మ్యూజియంకు డాక్టర్ అరుణ ఆర్గనన్ ఆఫ్ మెడిసిన్ అండ్ ఆడిటోరియం అనేది ఒక మ్యూజియం అనేటువంటి పేరు పెట్టి ఇవన్నీ డెవలప్ చేసి మనం ఏ విధంగా అయితే మనం ఇవాళ రియల్గా ఇంకా హోమియోపతిని మనం ఇంకా అప్డేట్ చేయాలా, నాలెడ్జ్ని అప్డేట్ చేయాలా, మనకు ఇంకా ఎలాంటి ఆలోచనలు వస్తాయి అనే దాన్ని ముందుకు తీసుకురావాలని నాకు ఉద్దేశం. దీంట్లో ఇప్పుడున్న ప్రజెంట్ ఉన్న ఫ్యాకల్టీని వాళ్ళని అక్కడ వేసి మీరు ఈ పని చేయంటే చేయలేరు. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళ డ్యూటీలు వాళ్ళకు ఉంటాయి. పొద్దున్న లేసే క్లాస్ చెప్పాలా, క్లినికల్ క్లాస్ చెప్పాలా, ఇంటికి పోవాలా, మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళ ప్రాక్టీస్ చూసుకోవాలి. సో అలాంటివి ఉండకుండా లేటెస్ట్గా ఫ్రెష్గా మనకి ఎవరైతే ఆర్గనైజ్ ఉమెన్స్లో ఇప్పుడు అమ్మాయి ఝాన్సీ రాణి ఉంటారు, అట్లా మెరిటోరియల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆ కన్సర్న్ సబ్జెక్ట్లో బాగా నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండి వాళ్ళు ఒక అప్డేట్ నాలెడ్జ్ వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉంది అన్న వాళ్ళని ఒకరిని ఇద్దరిని ప్రైవేట్గా మనం వాళ్ళని అపాయింట్ చేసి మనం ఆర్గనైజ్ మీద స్టడీ చేస్తే బాగుంటుందనే ఉద్దేశం నాకు ఈ మధ్యలో ఉంది. కాబట్టి దానికి కూడా మీరు ఈ HMAT నుంచి ఎలాంటి సలహాలు కావాలంటే కూడా నాకు ఇస్తే దాన్ని ఖచ్చితంగా నెక్స్ట్ విత్ ఇన్ 6 months లోపల ఒక మ్యూజియం తయారు చేద్దాం, ఒక ఆర్గనాన్, ఒక రీసెర్చ్ సెంటర్ ఫర్ ఆర్గనాన్ అనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఒక మన కాలేజీలనే ఒక ఇలాంటి ఈ సైజు ఒక రూమ్ మనం అలాట్ చేసుకొని దాంట్లో ఎవరైనా కావాలంటే నాట్ ఓన్లీ కాలేజ్, నాట్ ఓన్లీ గవర్నమెంట్, ఎనీ నాలెడ్జ్ హోమియోపతి ఉండి వాళ్ళకి అప్డేట్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండి వాళ్ళ వ్యూస్ అండ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్ అక్కడ చేసుకొని మనం ఎప్పటికెప్పటిది కూడా ఒక సిస్టమ్ పెట్టుకొని ఆ సిస్టంలో మనం నాలెడ్జ్ ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకున్నాలనే ఒక నా ఉద్దేశం ఉంది. కాబట్టి ఇలాంటి చేసినప్పుడే మన హనుమాన్ గారికి రియల్గా మనం శ్రద్ధాంజలి ఘటించినట్టయితే అనే ఉద్దేశంతో నా లోపల ఉంది. కాబట్టి అలాంటి దానికి మీరందరూ కూడా ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి హోమియోపస్ మీరందరూ కూడా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తే డెఫినెట్గా మనం ఆర్గనైజ్ రీసెర్చ్ సెంటర్ అనేది ఇంకోటి కూడా ఇక్కడ మన J.S.P.S కాలేజీలో చేయడానికి నేను రెడీగా ఉన్నాను. అదేవిధంగా నేను ఈ సంవత్సరం బిఫోర్ లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ కూడా నేను ఎన్నో ప్రయత్నాలు చేశాను. హనుమాన్ గారి బర్త్డే చాలా బ్రహ్మాండంగా చేద్దాం చేసి మన లోపల మనం 4 గోడల మధ్యలో హనుమాన్ గారి బర్త్డే చేసుకుంటే కాదు, ఈ యొక్క హనుమాన్ యొక్క బర్త్డే పబ్లిక్లోకి తీసుకుంటాం. కాబట్టి నేను మన April 10th రోజు కూడా వైడ్ స్ప్రెడ్గా నేను హోమియో వాక్ అనేది చేయించాను. 750 మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ తోటి రోడ్డు పైన హోమియో వాక్ అనేది చేసేసి మన హోమియో అంటే ఏంది, హోమియో యొక్క విశిష్టత ఏంది, హోమియో వాళ్ళకి మనకు ఎలాంటి లాభాలు ఉంటాయి, లాభ నష్టాలు ఏంటి అనేటువంటి దాని మీద కూడా నేను ప్లే కార్డ్స్ పెట్టుకొని 750 మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ తోటి మనం రోడ్ పైన హోమియో వాక్ చేసేసి ఒక అవేర్నెస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ తీసుకొచ్చాం. అదే సందర్భంగా అవేర్నెస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కాకుండా ఓన్లీ పబ్లిక్ రోడ్డు మీద తిరుగుతా కాదు, విలేజ్లో కూడా మనం సర్వ్ చేయాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో ప్రతి విలేజ్లో కూడా ఒక క్యాంపు పెట్టించి సెలెక్టెడ్ విలేజెస్లో క్యాంపు పెట్టించి ఇవాళ కూడా నేను 3 క్యాంపులకు ఇనాగ్రేట్ చేసి వచ్చాను. ప్రతి నెల ఒక ఫ్యాకల్టీ మెంబరు, ఒక 2 PG స్టూడెంట్స్, 4 ఇంటర్నీస్, వీళ్ళు ఒక క్యాంపుకు పోయి ఆ విలేజ్లో మనం హోమియో అవేర్నెస్ ట్రీట్మెంట్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం. అవి ఇలాంటి ప్రోగ్రాన్ని ఇవాళ నేను 3 క్యాంపులు నేను ఈ విధంగా ఇనాగ్రేట్ చేశా. నిన్న ఒక 2 క్యాంపులు చేశా, మనం 2 క్యాంపులు చేశా. ప్రతి విలేజ్కి కూడా నేను క్యాంపు పెట్టి హోమియో ఒక అవేర్నెస్ తీసుకొచ్చి ఎడ్యుకేషన్ వీళ్ళన్నిటి కూడా మన పేషెంట్స్తో పాటు మనం ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ కూడా డెవలప్ చేయాలి. ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ డెవలప్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్లో ఉన్నటువంటి స్టూడెంట్స్కి కూడా మనం అప్డేట్ నాలెడ్జ్ అనేది ఇవ్వాలి. అప్డేట్ నాలెడ్జ్ చేయాలంటే వాళ్ళ క్లినికల్ ఎక్స్పోజర్ కావాలంటే సఫిషియంట్ పేషెంట్స్ ఉండాలి, ఐదర్ ఓపీ సైడ్ ఆర్ ఐపీ సైడ్. కాబట్టి ఇలాంటి డిస్ప్లేస్ ఏవైతే మనం క్లినిక్స్ పెడుతున్నామో ఆ క్లినిక్స్లో వాళ్ళకి ఒకటే చెప్తున్నాం, మీకు 1 నెల మందులు ఇస్తున్నాం, ఈ మందులు నెల లోపల మీకు సరిపోయి సఫిషియెంట్గా ఉంటే వెళ్ళండి కొట్టాం, మళ్ళీ 1 నెలకు మా డాక్టర్లు వస్తారు, మందులు ఇస్తారు, మీ దగ్గరనే క్యాంప్ పెట్టి. లేదు అనుకుంటే మనకు దగ్గరలో హోమియోపతి హాస్పిటల్ ఉంది, మీరు హాస్పిటల్కి రండి. మీరు హాస్పిటల్కి రాని పరిస్థితుల్లో ఉన్నాము, ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం అయితే రండి, మా దగ్గర 100 బెడెడ్ హాస్పిటల్ ఉంది, హోమియోలో మేము ట్రీట్ చేస్తాం, మా దగ్గర అడ్మిట్ చేసుకుంటాం, మీకు కావాల్సిన వసతులు ఫుడ్ బెడ్ అన్ని ఇస్తాం. అట్లాంటి అవేర్నెస్ తీసుకొచ్చి ఇవాళ హాస్పిటల్లో కూడా అందరూ 100 పడకలు ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేసేటటువంటి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాం. ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నామంటే ఇవాళ మా దగ్గర 90 మంది పీజీలు ఉన్నాం. ఏదో కాలేజీకి వస్తున్నారు, పిల్లలు పోతున్నారు, సంతకాలు పెడుతున్నారు, వాళ్ళకి స్టైఫండ్ ఇస్తామంటే కాదు, వాళ్ళ లోపల నాలెడ్జ్ అనేది మనం తీసుకురావాలి. ఆ విధంగా ఇవాళ అవేర్నెస్ తీసుకొచ్చి 100 బెడెడ్ హాస్పిటల్ 100 బెడెడ్కు మనం ఇలా ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాం. ఓపీ సర్వీసెస్ కూడా ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. స్పెషాలిటీ క్లినిక్స్ పెంచాం. ఇదివరకు 3 ఓపీలు ఉంటే ఇలా ప్రతి ఒక్క స్పెషాలిటీకి ఒక స్పెషాలిటీ క్లినిక్ అనేది పెంచాం. సో ఇవన్నీ అవేర్నెస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేసుకుంటూ పబ్లిక్ లోపల బిహేవియరల్ క్యారెక్టర్ కమ్యూనికేషన్స్ అనేది డెవలప్ చేయాలి. దాన్ని BCC, తర్వాత IEC, ఇంటర్నల్ ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ కమ్యూనికేషన్స్. దీంట్లో కింద మన గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియాలో కొన్ని ఫండ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. మన అవేర్నెస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్కు మనం అప్డేట్ చేసుకోవడానికి అలాంటి ఫండ్స్ను కూడా ఇవాళ నేను గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా నుంచి కొంచెం డ్రా చేశాను. చేసే ఇవాళ ఈ కమ్యూనికేషన్స్, ఈ బిహేవియరల్ కమ్యూనికేషన్స్ అనేటువంటి తీసుకొచ్చాను. అదేవిధంగా నేను మన 10th ఏప్రిల్కు మన అన్నగారిని, తర్వాత మన సెక్రటరీ గారిని, వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా ఇన్వైట్ చేసి ఒక అవేర్నెస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కండక్ట్ చేసాం. వాళ్ళ సమక్షంలో హోమే వాక్ చేసాం. ఇవన్నీ ఫండ్స్ కూడా నేను అక్కడి నుంచే డ్రా చేశాం. కాబట్టి మనకు ఫండ్స్ విషయం లోపల ఏం లేదు. మన లోపల అవేర్నెస్, మనం చెయ్యాలా, కాన్ఫిడెంట్గా ఈ పని చేయాలా అనుకుని మనం ఏదైనా హోమియోపతి సిస్టానికి చేయాలనుకుంటే నా దగ్గర ఐదర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషనల్ సపోర్ట్ కానీ ఆర్ అవుట్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ది సపోర్ట్ ఇన్ ది పబ్లిక్ రిలేషన్ డెఫినెట్లీ హ్యావ్ ఎ హెల్ప్. సో అందుకొరకు ఇలాంటివన్నీ మనం చేసుకుంటూ పోతేనే ఇవాళ రియల్గా మన హానిమాన్ గారికి మనం శ్రద్ధాంజలి ఘటించి ఆయనము, అయ్యా మీరు మాకు ఇచ్చినటువంటి ఆస్తిపాస్తులు ఇవి, మీ వల్ల మేము ఈ నాలెడ్జ్ పొందాం, ఈ నాలెడ్జ్ మేము పబ్లిక్ సర్వీస్ చేస్తున్నాం అనేటువంటిది మనం ఎప్పుడైతే తీసుకొస్తామో మన సిస్టమ్ అనేది మనకు ఒక ధైర్యాన్ని ఇచ్చినప్పుడు మనం పబ్లిక్లో సర్వీస్ చేయడానికి ముందుకు రావాలని చెప్పి మీ అందరికీ ఈ సందర్భంగా కోరుకుంటున్నాను. నన్ను పిలిపించినందుకు ఇలాంటి HMAT పీపుల్కు అందరికి కూడా, ప్రెసిడెంట్ గారికి, సెక్రటరీ గారికి అందరికి కూడా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుతున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thanks to our guest Lingaraj Garu for your encouraging and enlightening speech about the development of the homeopathy and particularly and involving our association and with your college activities.
Yeah, I would like to profusely thank our guest of honor, Dr. Lingaraju Garu, for having come here and the promises he has made before and now we expect he would definitely fulfill. ఇంతకుముందు మనకు ఇచ్చిన హామీల మేరకు the very next day he sent interns to our dispensary and he also promised to send PGs to our dispensary, and he also said that he would instruct the interns and students to participate in the seminar that are conducted regularly here. And now what all he talked about, we would definitely associate ourselves and we would extend all possible help to him in regarding the museum. From our HMAT, we would request our Dr. C.V. Swamy to head that activity. If he is invited on behalf of HMAT to take part in the deliberations in J.S.P.S. Yeah. So, and his team, Dr. C.V. Swamy and his team would take part in the deliberations when invited by the principal. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And regarding the camps, yeah, regarding the village camps. So today he was extraordinarily busy. In the morning, around 3 dispensaries were inaugurated, 3 medical camps were inaugurated. And on this occasion, I would like to request him to consider HMAT dispensary to be part of his homeopathy propagation project. So if we have been running this dispensary for the last 5 decades, more than 5 decades. So quite a few of the urban patients are used to this premises and homeopathy. So we would like to further spread the message of homeopathy in the areas around the surrounding this place. So maybe around 5 to 10 kilometers radius of this dispensary. So we were planning to have periodical medical camps in Indira Park and Melkote Park and few of the community centers in this area. So for that activity, we would request Dr. Lingaraju Garu to organize the event and help us by sending the PGs and interns and doctors for organizing such camp. So we would definitely take part in urban population awareness program also, apart from rural population awareness. So this request we are making again. And regarding the fund he has promised, we would initiate the application process and we would approach him shortly. And we profusely thank him for his kind help and generosity all through. Yeah, we acknowledge the presence of Dr. Vaidehi and Dr. Kalpana. So we heartily thank you for having come here to this seminar. Yeah, they are organizing a SWASTHYA AYUSH Expo in the month of June. So I request them to say few words to the audience.
Good evening, all. Yeah. Good evening, all. We are going to organize the SWASTHYA AYUSH Expo and Conference in the month of June on 16th, 17th, and 18th June at HITEX. Involving all the AYUSH systems, nutritionists, under one platform, physiotherapists, and whoever are involved in the healthcare. So we would like to request all your support and presence for the expo and conference. And also we are inviting scientific paper presentations. There are going to be events and competitions in the expo. There is going to be a walkathon and medical plans distribution. And we are expecting almost 30,000 general public in the expo, and around 2,000 doctors of AYUSH system. This is excluding allopathy or all the AYUSH system doctors, nutritionists, and physiotherapists. We all seek your support for the conference, and also request you to present your papers. Thank you. Yeah. Please support us. This is one of its kind, and registrations are open for this. We are going to give the flyers now. So please register for the expo and support us. Thank you. We request Lingaraju sir to launch the brochure and launch the brochure. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, once again, I request all the dignitaries to please note the dates 16th, 17th and 18th of June at HITEX. This is for public awareness and also for all the practitioners, all the medical system practitioners to know the research happening and also best practices. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be giving the brochures. Yeah. Yes. All the AYUSH systems, even in our organizing committee also, like we are few Ayurvedic doctors, homeo doctor and Unani, naturopathy doctors are also there as coordinators. We are all organizing this. So, yeah. We have requested department support also, institutional support also, so that this will be, this is one of its kind and this is a good platform for us to propagate our systems. Thank you.
I requested Dr. Harika to give them flower bouquet to SWASTHYA AYUSH committee people. Thank you. And last but not least, last but not least, to honor our guest of honor, Dr. Linga Garu, I request our president and other team members to honor our guest of honor with a bouquet and memento.